cattle farmer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huge typhoon that's supposedly heading this way. It was very, very cheap, and we had no intention of building a house here. I've suddenly got my mojo back today. Life's short. COVID has just showed us that, so let's just go for it.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me, floating easy.
Well, I've seen all over the news yesterday and today about this huge typhoon that's supposedly heading this way. I mean, it looks absolutely devastating, but I just can't see it hitting here this weekend. I mean, look at the weather. I know the weather can change in a heartbeat in this part of Thailand, but honestly, it just feels like we're not on the cusp of the strongest storm of the year. It just really doesn't feel like it.
Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall where it lies. Coffee's cold, but we take a sip, talk about nothing.
I've suddenly got my mojo back today, and I'm certain it's because of this sunshine, this distinct change in the weather. Even though we've had a few days of sunshine over the past 2.5 weeks, overall it's been wet, cloudy, rainy. Obviously we had those bad floods about 3 weeks ago, and since then, even though the water's gone away, all the land has just been very slowly recovering. It's been very muddy, and I hate mud. I absolutely detest it. And it's just been kind of soggy and not very nice to be around, really. I've not wanted to come outside and be around the outside space. And I've just kind of let things grow crazy. Again, the rain hasn't helped that. And when it's just like constantly showering all day, I don't want to come outside and start pulling weeds when it's raining. But you can see the amount of work that's got to be done. This is a bit of flood damage here, look. My bamboo fence, very, very rickety fence. Obviously didn't stand up to the strength of those waters at all. But I shall persevere, I shall fix it, because it looks pretty cool. And once next month is out of the way, there'll be no more rain then. It'll just go very, very cold up until about January time. And then January to about May or June, it just starts getting progressively hotter every week. But again, no rain. That's obviously the dry season. Oh, that's not good, is it? Let's get some more bamboo. Oh, I've got this stuff here, look. Somebody said in the comments on a recent video I should carry a pocket knife with me when I'm walking around the farm doing bits and pieces. Well, I took your advice. There we go. Come on, find a new place to go before I cut this down. I don't want to cut you in half, mate. There's a load of red ants on here. I don't want to disturb them. I certainly don't want to injure them. Is he gone now? There's probably a nest somewhere down here. I'm going to ruin it for them. That one can stay there. Not just a knife in my pocket, trusty, reliable plastic cable ties too. Need to buy some bigger cable ties, longer and stronger. I'll come back to that. I get an awful lot of people in the comments, I mean, mainly quite negative comments, asking why on earth we chose to build a house here, knowing as we do that there are floods, not every year, but there's certainly, I'd say, an excess of water every year. And there's probably quite a bad flood every couple of years. That's the way it's kind of been over the past 6 years since we've owned this land. I joked on a previous video that we didn't know that this area got flooded before we bought the land and before we built the house. I might sometimes play things up for camera a little bit. The reality of that is, when we bought this land, we knew that the floods were bad in this area. It was just a field of sugarcane, 5 acres of sugarcane, and we bought the land because it came up for sale. It was very, very cheap, and we had no intention of building a house here. We had some money in the bank and we wanted to invest for the future. It was relatively cheap, certainly for 12 rye. We paid 600,000 baht. I'll whack a conversion on the screen. I've done it so many times, but I know there are lots of people who are watching these videos for the first time. So anybody who's been here for 3 years, bear with me, okay? I know you know this information. So once we bought the land, our plan was just to sit on it. You know, we were in the UK, we were operating a successful business, we were happy to stay there until kind of normal retirement age, you know, whatever that might be these days, I don't know, 60, 65, I don't know. But then COVID hit about 18 months later, and then after running the businesses through COVID, through the first 9 months of COVID, we realised that we just didn't want to operate a business within the UK anymore. Without going into a full rant about COVID and the mismanagement of COVID by the British government, and I think governments worldwide, let's not go there. We just felt like we'd lost confidence in the industry and within business as a whole within the UK, because, you know, we were screwed when we were told to close. There was no warning. We were just told to close. We had so much stock, thousands of pounds worth of stock in both venues, in both pubs. And, you know, it was all, we had to give it all away in the end. You know, there's a short life on real ales and craft beers. And both businesses were helped out by the council to a degree for the first lockdown, which was about 3 months, I think. But then the second lockdown, there's no help whatsoever. Obviously, government had run out of money. You know, I can't blame them for that. But the point is, we decided to sell up and then move to Thailand prematurely. By the way, if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, do me a favour, give me a thumbs up on the video, even consider subscribing to the channel. As I always say, it's completely free, no obligation, no nothing, just click a button. It just hugely helps my channel to grow. It pushes it out there even further, gets a bigger audience, which is only a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So if you've been here for like years and years, massive thanks, huge respect for putting up with me for this long. Okay, let's get back to it. When we arrived in Thailand, we obviously rented a property. In fact, we rented a couple of properties over about a 3-year period until this build was finished. But initially, knowing that we already owned this land here, but not knowing 100% that we would be building a house on this land, we kind of came and did a full land evaluation, if you will, of this land that we're on right now. And we knew at that point that it flooded. We then looked at other land that was for sale, obviously in a very different area. And we looked around for, you know, a couple of months, I guess. And as much as there was opportunities there were various land plots for sale, there was just absolutely nothing that in our eyes was as beautiful as what we already had here. But obviously there's the flood issue. So we decided to, rightly or wrongly, work around that. we decided to go for it. We decided to, look, we've got this land already. We'd spent the money on it. Rather than just being something we sat on and a sort of investment for the future that may or may not come to fruition, we thought, you know what, life's short. COVID has just showed us that, so let's just go for it. And you know what, I'm glad that we did. So look, I hope that answers a few of the more negative comments that I get, especially on the most recent videos when, you know, I've been highlighting the floods this year and how bad it's been, and I've been, you know, making the best of it with my kayak canoe and all the rest of it. I guess I do come across as very, very blasé on my videos. I always wear flip-flops through the long grass. I think I probably do portray a bit of a carefree attitude. I just kind of take it all on the chin and carry on. And that is who I am, that is the truth. But things are a lot more thought about than perhaps people realise. Sort of joke about that we bought the land without really researching it at all, built a house and then we got flooded, you know. It wasn't like that. We knew the floods were coming. We just decided to play the odds and work with what we had. Right, I guess I better finish cutting this grass. I'm sweating my arse off now though. It's quite hot. The bloody tripod's broken as well, so I can't put my camera in varied and interesting places for some nice shots. I can try, it's not as effective. Well, I think that's enough for today. I'm sweating more than it's comfortably allowed to on a Thursday afternoon. Come on, come on. You can't be in here. You can't be in here. Come on. Come on, back it up. Hey, come on, come on. Hey, listen. Listen, you can't be in here, mate. Okay? This isn't for you. Come on. Come on, bye. Come on, Dad. Come on. Come on. You two, it's okay. Just relax. Just relax. They're just cows. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on, this way. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, you gotta go. No, 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 come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes, you're a big bugger, but you got to go. Shall I pull you on your fucking string or what? I'll pull you on this. Come on, come on. No, no, come on, come on, come on. Listen, come on. This isn't yours. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. No, 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 don't run. Don't run. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. You two follow. There you go. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, we'll go down this way. Go down this way, come on. Down this way, come on, you're not going down there. No, no, no. Come on. Come on, we're going. Come on, come this way. Down here. Come on, come on, come on. I'm a cattle farmer. Wait, wait, whoa, whoa. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, soft touch your hand in mine, gets me every time.
Okay, see you later.
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone, you make me feel at home.